with all this multifamily coming online,
Hmm.
with the themes of what you're just talking about of, hey, you're gonna if you did, the government sent you a check, you did all this gig work, you thought you were richer than you were, you went out and got an apartment of your own, and suddenly the gig work's gone and you realize, oh boy, I gotta move back in with mom or dad or whatever.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, what do you think that's going to do, or the impact that it could potentially have on like home prices, for instance, if
Hmm.
because we know, right, in most cities across the country right now, it's cheaper to rent than it
Oh
is
yeah,
to,
no question.
to buy. And so, but at the same time, you've got this flood of built to rent, you've got this flood of multifamily, you've got this
Mhm.
flood of new builds, like everybody's competing for the same customer. So you think that prices will just kind of chop, chop, chop for the next like 2 to 3 years and not see any meaningful decline. Is that correct?
Well, let's break it apart because I have very different opinions about different chunks. And again, I play in both spaces. So let's talk multifamily first, and let's define that. That
Sure.
is commercial real estate. Let's call it 50 units and above. There is a clear set of pain coming to that market, both from too much delivery coming, right? Builders are very simple. You and I have seen this, some people for the first time. Builders will build until they lose money.
Yep.
They're about to lose some
Yep.
money. It's just
Yep.
how it goes, right? Developers develop until they get their butt handed to them. Then they come out the other. We're going to go through that. There's a lot of money, a lot of pain coming to multifamily apartments, both operators and creators and operators. That's an important word, right? If you bought a building, and I have some, you are likely going to see, if you're in class A stuff, you're going to see a lot more competition. You're going to see move-in specials. You're going to see rising rent problems or rising evictions. There's a lot of pain coming to multifamily. So yes, both rents are going to go down, move-in specials up. There are going to be a lot of people that lose their buildings to foreclosure. That's that. Now let's talk about single family. Single family is different, in my opinion, from a value perspective because we have something in the United States that is pretty unique, and that's the 30-year mortgage.
Mhm.
A lot of transactions were purchased, but even more were refinanced at the depths of the interest rates. And the reality is, a lot of people, whether we like it or not, can afford the mortgage payment on unemployment insurance. It is that low. Second, if you're in a home, you don't usually want to go from a home back to an apartment or back to your in laws. So you will find roommates. You will do something to stay there. This is why I think transactions don't spike and people just scrimp and save. And, it just, it's just flat for years to come. There will be some people, death, divorce, job transfers, but that's why we do 4 million homes. We're not going to do 5.5. I don't see this wave of supply coming from, hey, I'm going to sell my home and go move into it with my mom and dad. That's very different than an apartment, in my opinion. Um, so again, I think a recession hurts. I think recessions are going to cause people to make tough choices. I think the people in homes that have a two handle, a three handle, in many cases, if they sold their house, they would go rent and it would be more than the mortgage. That's not an economic decision, rational decision. I think most people make. Some will, absolutely, but I don't think most will. I could be wrong. But I would definitely watch weekly new listings to see if I'm wrong, because
Mhm.
weekly new listings is the metric that we get once a week that will tell us if we have a problem. And if new listings keep trending where there are, it's not a problem. But that's what I watch every week, every Friday, what's going on with new listings. Because I admit I could be wrong. Maybe everybody will sell, but we'll see.